The armed forces have really evolved with time. The changes we see today with women in frontline positions in Operation Sindoor and other operations on an everyday basis is extraordinary. And in fact, a reminder of the risks that our armed forces take every day came in the very tragic Tejas crash. I'm sure many of you saw it at the Dubai Air Show, right? I want you to give your loudest applause possible for my next two guests. The first is a Gallantry Award winner, very senior Air Force officer. Please put your hands together for Wing Commander Poonam Gulia. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. And also your loudest applause for Flight Lieutenant Antara Mehta, if we can welcome her as well. I want you all to show them how much you admire them, not just with a standing ovation, but a rousing applause. I always say, when I was young, I used to crush on men in uniform. Now that I'm older, I crush on women in uniform. Request you to take your seats, ma'am. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Everybody settle down so we can start the conversation. I want to start with you, ma'am. Does the uniform recognize gender, or is the uniform gender neutral? What made somebody like you join the Air Force?
First and foremost, good afternoon, everyone. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Can it be a little more louder, please? Jai. Yes, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting us over here and this warm welcome. It's a great opportunity for us to interact with not just women present here who have been doing great in their own respective fields, but also young minds present here who are the future of our nation. And thank you. The team has looked after us very well. We really appreciate it, and we are honored to be here. Coming back to a question that what made me choose the Air Force?
Yeah.
I feel that I have not chosen Air Force, Air Force has chosen me. And why do I say this? Because when my parents welcomed me to this world, my father was already serving at Air Force Academy, and he was maintaining aircrafts which were used to train the future fighter pilots of the Indian Air Force.
Yeah.
And growing up at different Air Force stations all around the country, and seeing this blue uniform every single day, and seeing boys and girls transform into officers really inspired me. And from that day itself, I dreamt of wearing this uniform and serving the nation. With that dream in my heart, I pursued my BTech and cleared my SSB and joined Indian Air Force as an aeronautical engineer electronics in Jan 2013. And I always wanted to be a part of active combat. That's why I chose air defense as my mainstream after my initial military training.
Fabulous. And if I may ask you the same question, ma'am, what drew you to the Air Force?
First of all, thank you so much. As ma'am said, your team has been lovely.
Thank you.
And taking care of us.
It is an honor for us to have you with us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Coming to your question of joining the Air Force, I think probably I was in my 6th grade. I was 11-year-old when the first time I saw a blue uniform, someone wearing it. And it struck my mind and my heart that I want to wear this uniform someday.
You were not from a military family like
I don't come from a military background. So I have a very much civil and service background. So it was then my friend suggested to watch the movie Top Gun. I think probably that is the breaking moment that it struck my mind that I have to become a fighter pilot. So for me, Air Force was all about flying. And with that determination and with that perseverance, I worked hard, got commissioned in 2020 after completing my BTech degree. And coming to your initial question of gender, I think uniform is a uniform. So we are officers. We are not a man or a woman in a uniform. So, yes.
And yet, I want to ask you, this has been the year of Operation Sindoor, and without discussing anything operational, but more as a conceptual question, Somebody like me, I cut my teeth as a young reporter covering the Kargil war, and then now as an older reporter covering Operation Sindoor. But it was a very different war. You know, that was infantry driven. This was a war in the skies. We saw Pakistan attempting to send in drones and missiles. We saw the black sky light up with orange and explosions. And I just want to ask you, both of you, when you experience this, and war is changing every day, what went through your heart and mind? Or did you say this is the moment we've been trained for all our lives, ma'am?
Yes, absolutely. That is what my answer would have been. That this is the moment that we have been trained for. And I feel that I was privileged, or we all were privileged, that we got this opportunity to serve our nation. Because I don't think we had that chance in the past. So it was a wonderful experience and a privilege that we could take part and prove our mettle.
What about you, ma'am?
So during Operation Sindoor, I was posted in one of the forward bases at that time. And my family was with me. I have a little one as well, who's 1.5-year-old.
So hold that thought, because ma'am's husband and little baby is somewhere here. Are they here? Can we stand up and see you? They're outside.
When we were entering, he was saying, "Mama, Mama." So probably he must have taken them.
So your child is 1.5 years?
Yes, he's 1.5. At that time, he was nearly 1. And as ma'am said, it's a once-in-a-service opportunity that we get to perform what we've been trained for. So it was a routine thing. It was difficult. The times were tough. But we were trained and we were prepared very well for it. And it was, we all know it was a successful operation.
So I want to ask you, and maybe your husband and baby will come in. Can we bring them in? Okay, they've gone out. What I want to ask you is, you know, you had a 1-year-old, right? And this can, of course, happen to a man as well. This is not a woman-specific question. Any soldier, any armed forces personnel, when they have to deal with combat and country on the one side, but a little child at home or their partner at home on the other, and as you said, during Sindoor, your baby was 1 year old. How do you mentally, ma'am, conquer that anxiety?
First of all, not just in defense forces, I think in all the fields wherein women are there working and on the forward basis they are there. So I think you need to have a very strong family support. So for me, they were my in-laws and my mother, of course. So my mother-in-law is the primary care for my child and my husband as well. So
and your husband is not in the military?
He is not. He is a very much civilian.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where he is. He's looking after the baby somewhere, by the way, being a good hands-on dad. Please find them and bring them in. Huh?
So I think you need to have a very strong family support, those who are there to take care of your little one. And we've been trained mentally so strong that...
Come up on stage. You also deserve a round of applause, and we need to see this wonderful 1.5-year-old who has a beautiful role model, and he's being quite stubborn, huh?
He just wants to come to Mama.
He just wants to come to Mama.
He's very naughty. He doesn't sit in one place.
Can we have a round of applause for you also? Sir, may I know your name?
Vaibhav Chadda.
I just want to ask you, you're obviously you've obviously had to be a hands-on dad while your partner is out there serving the country. How does that make you feel? We applaud you, but were you scared for her?
No, never.
Never?
Never. We had trust in her.
Of course.
Yeah.
And what would you say to, you know, women who feel that without the support at home and the support of their partners, they can't do what they want to?
No, they can, and I think everybody is supporting nowadays.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.
Let's see if we can sit for 5 minutes.
Let's see. Okay. Continue, ma'am. Sorry, you were saying in any profession.
Yes, we need to have a very strong family support.
He's holding the mic for you. I think he's going to be a journalist.
But also the training is such that we are mentally so strong that we have to leave our... so we have two roles. One, when we come home, then we have to handle the family. But once we wear the uniform, once we wear the overall, then we are completely transformed into that. And we have been trained very well for that. So once we are there in the office or we are flying or operating any machine, that time we don't think what is happening at back at our home.
But ma'am, it's an extraordinary mental battle. You know, you're a decorated officer. You have seen so much challenge. How do you block out anxiety? How do you block out fear? I know that it's training, but still it is some sort of leap. It is some sort of adrenaline leap, duty-bound commitment, courage of the highest order. How do you do it?
Like Andra had already said, that when we have family back home and we know that our kids are being looked after well, so that is taken care of. We don't think of that. And coming to courage, the training is such that when the moment comes, all we think about is getting successful. And like when we were there, the only thought that came to my mind for those 5 or 6 days was we have to get them. We will not let them enter our land or sky.
We salute you. We really, it gives me goosebumps every time I hear the stories of valor of our armed forces. And I want to ask you, ma'am, what would you say to young girls or even boys today who may be thinking of the armed forces? You know, two very different backgrounds. Your father was in the Air Force, ma'am didn't come from a military background, and yet here you are, you know, and the uniform is everything and it transcends everything else in that moment. How would you take that message to our audience here, many of whom are very young people, on what this uniform means to you?
Okay, I'll be very candid and honest in answering this. The answer is purely from my experience. That Air Force is a place where sky is the limit. And it offers you...
You can clap.
So the life behind this blue uniform gives you a healthy work environment along with immense opportunities to grow. The organization is always pushing you forward to do better and have a life full of passion and adventure.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
He is going to be 100% a journalist. He wants all the mics. He wants all the... Should we... Are you okay? Or you want to... Yeah? Now I think... Sir, we need you. Because it takes a village and it takes the dad also for women to shine and follow their dreams. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes. Oh, bye. Oh,
so sorry,
ma'am. Yes.
So the Indian Air Force gives you wings, which makes you fly beyond the horizon of your own imagination. So don't be scared. If you want to have a life full of passion and adventure, come join us and touch the sky with glory.
You came from a civilian background. You saw Top Gun, you saw the fighter jets, you saw Tom Cruise. What would you hope would motivate young people today that someone like you who all, you know, many of them are civilians, what would you say to them?
So there's a very famous phrase that is written in the wing of the Air Force Academy, which kept me going through the tough times. It said, somewhere above the rainbow, the sky is blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. So to the young girls, I would say, never lose sight of your dream, and you need to work hard towards it. And if we keep going day by day, it's a day by day process, then you will definitely achieve your goals and dreams in mind. The Air Force gives you wings to fly. The sky is beautiful. The flying is absolutely something that I cannot express. It gives you a sense of pride. It gives you honor and respect. And in return, it will take every ounce of your being.
Yeah.
So, but the sense of purpose for serving the nation is unmatched. So please come join us. Don't hold back. And the sky is your space to fly. So that's all I can say to the young one.
Okay, we have time for a few questions. I want to go beyond the first two rows, which have been taking all the questions. If there anybody who has a question at the back, yes, I see you standing there, ma'am. Can you stand up? There's a mic in the aisle. Can you come there? You know, could we have the mic in the aisle identified, because literally nobody can see it. Yeah, there you are. Yeah. Go ahead, ma'am. Could you ask your question? Yeah.
Yeah. So, what what mindset keep you grounded, and what makes you resilient every day?
What keeps you grounded and what makes you maybe just get up and, sometimes you get bad news, you lose comrades, right? And how do you motivate yourself every day, ma'am?
Okay, so once you wear this uniform, you don't need any motivation. So once you look at yourself in the mirror, you know what you have to do. That's it.
Is that easy?
Yes, now maybe yes, we are conditioned to do so, and now that is, it has been so many years. Even if there is a bad news or a good news from home, it doesn't affect us much because we know there is something waiting for us at the office, and we have to go and get that done.
Is it the sense of something larger than yourself? In the end, the uniform is larger than everything.
I think, first of all, it's very important to know that where you come from. You should never forget your roots, your family, your background, and where you're coming from. So that keeps us grounded. Your family is there, so that helps us to be grounded. And I think a sense of pride or larger than life is nothing like that, because it's a routine thing for us.
Really? We look at you and we're like, these heroines, these heroes, and you're like, it's routine.
But taking a sortie every day, flying that beautiful fighter jet, it's a routine thing because we have been trained to do those things.
Yeah.
And we don't get that feeling, or we don't get that time to realize that we are flying a fighter jet. There's no time. If there is, us instructors used to say, if you have a second to think, that means something is going wrong. So every second we have to be on our toes and performing that routine thing or that duty towards everyday job.
And it's more of a calling for the nation. So we don't think of it as a job or as a service. It's for more of a calling on a larger picture. So that keeps us motivated, and we cannot have a day or a moment of louse. We have to be prepared 24/7, 365 days. So that also keeps us motivated.
Before we close, we have a few more minutes left. So if there are questions at the back, yes. Okay. Yes. On the left side, I saw someone's hand go up. If you can stand up. Could we please guide somebody to where the mic is in the aisle, because nobody is able to find it. Okay, ma'am, go ahead. I don't know where it is. Yeah.
Hi, ma'ams.
Yeah.
I have an 11-year-old daughter at home. What is one piece of advice which you will give to her so that she can be in your place after, say, 2 decades?
Okay.
Oh, that's a great question.
That will be only one piece of advice that I will give her. That you tell her that her dreams are not too big. The world is not off limits. You can rise as high as you dare.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Last question. Last question here. And I'll take it here. Here. Yes, ma'am. Please stand up. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ayushi. Thank you so much.
Speak up. Speak up.
My question is, do any of your peers, for example, face any mental health concerns, and how are they dealt with at your workplace?
Well, it's an interesting question. If I can add one of my own. Ma'am's made the, spoke about the split second, that if you have even that split second, it means that there's something wrong, because you're supposed to be that razor sharp. But it is a very all-consuming profession. It's a dangerous, potentially dangerous, high-risk profession. How do you all keep mentally strong? Physically, of course, but how do you all remain mentally strong? Because mental strength will be as, if not more important than physical strength. Ma'am?
So, yes, as you have already told us that we keep us physically strong. We do exercise, we do meditate, there are a lot of tools nowadays that keeps you calm. And in the organization also, the Indian Air Force is a very well-knit organization wherein we look after each other. Even if I'm not there, if I'm on a deployment, I know that my family is looked after well. So that mental tension is not there. And along with that, there is meaningful welfare in our organization, which keeps a balance at home as well as at work. So that also somewhere I feel keeps your mental load little less. Keeping yourself calm, obviously now we have a lot of tools like pranayam, and those are there. Also we have counselors. Even as a team, we work like a family. We say this is our family away from home.
Yeah.
So in my team, everyone knows, like I, especially being the commander, will know that what is going in my, in the life of my men who are serving below me. So if there is anything that he is dealing with, I would make sure that I talk to him, because I feel talking to others and sharing your feelings makes your mental trouble a little less.
I have a last question, which is this, that, you know, sometimes people think that men won't take orders from women bosses. She just spoke about, you know, the men in a squadron, in a regiment, it could be anywhere. What would you say to that? I know you've already said the uniform is gender neutral.
It's not, they're taking order from a woman. They're taking order from that uniform and from that chair and from that rank and from that probably.
Well said.
Yes, so it's not never that a man is giving an order or a woman is giving an order. It's the uniform and it's the nation, it's the service that is giving that order from them to do the work.
Well, I just want to say in the end to both of you, if I may request you to just take a position here as we felicitate you before you go, and you will be here through the day, I hope, is that we admire you so much. You are such excellent role models. Your young child watching this brave mother is going to have an excellent role model. And ma'am, you are a decorated officer. It is our privilege to have you. I know so many people are so inspired. Am I not right? And to do the honors, to felicitate our two wonderful, 1 minute ma'am, to felicitate our two wonderful officers, I want to welcome somebody who's having probably the best year of his life. His movie is India's entry to the Oscars. He's an extraordinary actor, one of my personal favorites. Please put your hands together for Ishaan Khatter. Hello.
So nice to see you.
May I request all of you to come here? And Ishaan, I'm going to request you to do the honors for Wing Commander Poonam first. Guys, let's show them some love. And for Flight Lieutenant Arora. Ma'am, don't go back. Please, aage aao. Aage aao. And may I say a few words for what this moment means to you. Two very different fields. Both of our officers have been in frontline positions, decorated officers, brave officers. And, you know, this is a year when we've seen military conflict. They've been at the front line of it all. And we just thought it would be lovely to get somebody like you to felicitate them. If you want to just say a few words.
First of all, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Barkha, for having me. How do I feel about this? It's totally a surprise. I was told 5 seconds ago. But it's such an honor. Thank you for allowing me to show my gratitude as well. Having spent some time with the Armored Corps during prep for a film called Pippa that I did, which was a war drama. I know what it takes, and I know the grit and the resilience that the armed forces function with every single day of their lives, and so I have utmost respect for both of you. And you know, as they say, ke desh ki betiyan, this is a very inspiring thing to see, and my gratitude to you to let me express this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you.
May I just take the mic for a second? Before our officers leave, can we show them some love? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Such an honor. Such an honor. Thank you.
If I may, you have a fly in the back.
Fly and fly, huh?